Reason they okay. So Shivani, Pujit, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the very basic concepts. And As I said, what is the operating system? What is the difference between an open source, closed source? And open source is like you get free of cost. You can edit the source code and then use it. Closed source, you need to pay. You won't be able to edit the things. Okay. Now, have I covered how portability is actually solved in Java? Do you know any answer about it? Yeah, guys, you're on mute.
No, sir.
Okay, so let's go on details of what is portability. As might have taken an example, if Pujit is a developer, he is using C language and he has developed a game. Let's take some very common game, that is a PUBG. Okay, for only laptops or computers, not for the mobile. PUBG is for the mobile, and maybe Counter Strike and other things which I used to play for the system, desktop or laptop. Okay, then Pujit is a developer who has used C language, so he will be uploading on the internet, and Shivani, who is having her operating her processor, which is 8086. Okay, and Pujit's laptop or desktop is 8085 Intel processor, and he has used a tool to convert his source code to actual machine code. So, what is the conversion called? C is a high level language. Or why do you call it as a high level language? Any idea?
Because we did not understand that system will not understand the zeros and ones language.
Yes, system will understand input as only ones and zeros.
Input
Okay,
are
and
zeros, but
here,
we did not understand.
yeah, yeah, here you're using C, C++, Java. So, guys, have you seen the hello world of any programming language, Pujit?
No.
Yeah. So if you have seen the hello world of any language, it's written in English, hash include or import or void main in that way. So you're actually compiling it. You'll use any tools. Okay. So who will be the volunteer today to note down the questions, and in the group you need to post the. See, guys, my classes in the starting itself, I want to be clear. It is like it is interactive. You guys need to unmute yourself and let me know. Even if you don't know the answer, it's fine. Okay. I will see that you have unmuted, but there is no answer, so I'll give you the answer. I'll give the answer. I'm not like a university professor who will be taking the class, giving all the details, and then closing the call saying that end meeting. Okay, which is better?
Okay,
Which is better,
okay, sir.
interactive or non-interactive?
The interactive one.
Yeah, hold on, guys, just 10 seconds. Yeah. So yeah, I was stating that it is interactive session, and it will be very good for you guys, so that you will catch up the concepts. You will work hard after the classes, and also you will be employed as a developer. Okay, you'll be a developer. It is very good to be a developer because you're creating some things, right? So 45 minutes of the class, or 55, whichever is going here, I'll get an indication that okay, we have completed 50 minutes. Okay, last 10 minutes is the remaining. You'll get it here. So 10 minutes before you will get the link. 10 minutes after that you will also get the link. Link will be alive. You will be the first to leave. I'll be the last to leave. Okay, you guys will be clicking the end
Okay.
meeting first and leaving the meeting. In between this, there will be a class, and for the first 10 minutes, if you have any doubts, you can ask. In between also you can ask, no issues. And in the last 10 minutes, if you have not understood or if there is any general questions also, you can just raise a flag at there and that time. Okay. And it is interactive. So let's jump on to our topic. Okay. So you use a tool. Yeah, one more thing, that is every day we'll have a volunteer. Okay. I know this class is only
Okay.
for currently 2 students are there. Every alternative day one can have it. So any volunteer today who will note down the question, post it in this chat here and also on the WhatsApp group. Yeah, Shivani, Pujit, who wants to volunteer? Shall I pick a name?
You only decide. Yes, sir. You only decide.
Okay. Okay, I let's take it's a very first day, right? Shivani, please. It's a request. Take
Okay,
this
sir.
assignment question, post it. You both need to complete the
Okay.
assignment question. It will help you understand more about system and programming language, and especially Java. Okay. So your first assignment
Okay.
question is:
Okay.
what are the tools? What is the tool for C which will be used to compile from high level to low level? What is the tool for C++?
Okay.
Okay, you can Google, you'll get it. And of course, we'll be using for the Java.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's heavily raining here. If you have any background disturbances, let me know. I'll raise my voice.
No.
I'll pitch my voice higher. And if any network issue is there, let me know. If electricity goes away, I'll try to connect it with mobile. Okay. For Python, what will be the tool? For C Sharp, what will be the tool? So the list of this one as an assignment question, and you can see how a Hello World program goes. Okay. Of course, we'll be doing in the coming hours here. So you'll use a tool to actually compile from C to machine code or Java, which is everything written in English. That's the reason it is called as a high level language, and this is low level language. Okay. Now, as I said, what is one of the feature of any language is that C is non-portable. Non-portable in the sense, any developer who develops it in his machine, if it is 8085, using the tool 8085, anybody who downloads it, maybe Pujit is sharing in a CD or pen drive or any floppy disk, that particular PUBG game, if we shared with Shivani and Suraj, and Pradeep and Santosh, what will happen is anybody who is not having 8085 will not be able to run that game. Okay, and anybody who is having 8085 as an processor architecture, because the developer has used his system of 8085, installed C tool, written that code, and he has written the code for the PUBG. So that floppy disk will only be executed in if Suraj is having 8085. I'll be able to run that code happily. I won't complain it to Pujit. Okay. Now you will be complaining it to Pujit. Pujit, I'm getting an error. I'm not able to run it. If the same is uploaded on an internet and you need to pay some 5,000 rupees, then you are able to download. I too paid 5,000 rupees and I'm able to download and able to play it smoothly because I'm 8085. He's also 8085, the developer, Pujit. Now Shivani is 8086. She paid 5,000 rupees. She downloaded it and it is giving an error. That error she is not able to understand. Let's take an example. She is not technical. It is saying some exception, C exception, file not found exception. So she will just call the customer care. If it is a company, she will again go to this developer saying that return my bag. What you will do, Shivani, if you're not able to run this game and you paid 5,000 rupees? Yeah, guys. Can you hear me, Shivani?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So what you'll do? You paid 5,000. You downloaded the game. You're not able to run. Not
Yeah.
able to play the game. What you'll do? You'll just leave it. No complaints. No contacting to the company.
No,
No
no, I'll
contacting
give
to the
it.
developer.
Yeah, I'll contact.
Yes. Okay. But if you are having no problem, then I'll give you a game which will not run in your laptop, and then you pay me 5K. Okay. So here, what should Pujit do? Pujit, what will you do to solve that issues? There might be any other day, other customer will give you a mail, other customer will call you and then say they are not able to run your game. Again, from your account, you move that money to that particular customer. You're wasting your 1 hour again and again because you're getting complaints from your company. Some might even complain the police saying that there is some fraud going on. They are not selling a good product, and giving a reply after 3 4 after 1 month I'm getting the money back. So Pujit, what will you do?
Just try to fix the error, or
You'll try to fix the error, but the language itself is non-portable.
so I choose a language that is portable and runs on all
Exactly. So
platforms.
you'll choose a language which is portable. So seeing these all features, there was one concept called as OOPS, object oriented. Any idea what is this?
Yeah, oops,
Yeah, OOPS concept. What are these OOPS concept? Can you explain? No idea. So what happened is that any language currently, even in 1992 when Java was getting developed, right? At that time also it had C, C++, Python was also there. It is since 1989, and not sure about the .NET, but COBOL was there. I'm sure COBOL. I started my career with COBOL. So in 1992, think Java is getting prepared. It's a project, and team members are getting selected, and the team leader or the single person who is the main, who's the creator of Java? Yeah. Any idea, Pujit Shrivani? You're on mute. So think that in 1992 also you had other languages, and in 2021 also, if you're making a language, you'll have some list of other languages which are still used, and probably one is not probably, of course, one is Java, Python, C Sharp, .NET, and with iOS as the Mac. What will be the features of this language? That means whatever the disadvantage of this language, some of the languages you will focus stating that this language will be used in data science, or this language will be used in XYZ field. It will overcome some of the disadvantages of other languages also. Am I right?
Yes.
In the same way, like if you have a bike that has a different version of the bike coming into the market, which is 12,000 extra, you bought a bike which was like Passion Pro, or what you call Apache. Now you're getting Apache Plus. Now this Apache Plus is 20K higher rate than the older version, but there are no features added. Will you buy?
no.
Exactly. So the next version should have some things which is solving the disadvantage of this. And one of the main thing is that they added a drastical feature that is called as a OOPS. So as an assignment question, take it that there are 5 things that OOPS has. Object oriented programming. 5 things. One, I'll give you the answer. That is class, object. Okay. What third, fourth, and fifth one? You need to Google and understand what is OOPS. So this is not a language. This is a concept, and these are the features. So whichever language has this OOPS concept it will be very simple to understand. It will be in portable language. Now you got the answer of what is portable, non-portable.
Portable language can be run on
It can
any
be run on any
platform, and
machine. It can be run on any machine with a different processor architecture, different operating system, and
yeah.
other way, right? Even if it is like Pujit is a developer and he used any language, and it is not getting executed on Apple iOS. It is always running on the Windows. So that's also an issue, right? Because in India, you will find many Windows operating system, which is PC. What is operating system which is a PC and operating system which is at a server level? Will it have any difference? The operating system in your mobile, the operating system on the tablet, will it have any difference or all are same?
No, depends.
So why is your system, your laptop or desktop called as a PC, personal computer? Your operating system is because your hard disk is 500 GB, maybe 1 TB is there, and your processor is at certain capacity. We taking these parameters, there is an operating system of that level. If you take a very bigger machine like server and other, that operating system will be very different. Your mobile operating system, of course, Android or other things will have very different. What will be the main difference? What will be the parameters as a difference? It will be like the memory, right? The same game, 3 GB will work in your laptop or desktop because it is 500 GB of hard disk. But the same 3 GB cannot be downloaded in your mobile. That operating system will be having memory issues. It will have to optimize the memory. The language is different there. Here the language is. So I was speaking about in 1992 also Java had to be had that pressure that okay, it had to remove some of the disadvantages from the existing language, and they started to actually make it for embedded system. What is embedded system? It is like the electronics, like your washing machine, your micro oven. When you hit the button, it will go for 1 minute or 2 minutes. So those kind of functionalities, the functionality which will be very near to the hardware. If you open your washing machine with the motor which will revolve your cloth and water in a compartment, you will find a motherboard also. Okay, electronic motherboard. This electronic motherboard will is just an hardware that will have an operating system and an application, right? See, this application will be written in a language. So they wanted this Java to be embedded system kind of language, but they have seen that if you they have included object oriented programming. C was also object oriented programming. Now they wanted Java also to be object oriented programming. Using C language, you can develop any game which is non portable, and it runs only in your system. It cannot connect to any other system which is beside you or in any other room. It cannot connect to any other system. It is like solely it will work in your laptop only. It cannot do the networking kind of programs and other things. C++ little bit of purely of little bit of object oriented. They found that if you involve object oriented concepts in any language, it will become very powerful to make web applications. What are web applications? Yeah, guys. What's a web application? What are the other kind of applications? One is web, one is normal web application. What is the difference? What is web application? No idea? Guys, you're on mute. You use Google, right? You use Facebook. Those are web applications. You will have a front end. You will have a URL, facebook.com, google.com. That web page you'll get it. How will you tell that's a Google or Facebook or SBI login or HSBC login bank? If you go into the URL and hit hsbc.com banking server, that will give you a web page. It will ask you for the username password, just like facebook.com. It will give you Facebook user page, that is username and password. Now Pujit will use his username and his password. You will be able to log in. That is a web application. That's a client and server. Client is Pujit, and it is client is requesting something to the server. So this is called as client server model. Client server model. Okay. So web applications, if any language is having object oriented capability, and Java took leveraged most of the object oriented. So it was able, many of the applications projects were able to, web application kind of projects where Java is used became very popular because it gave many of the securities. Today also, if any language that is taking object oriented will become object if it is following this five factors of object oriented paradigm. Okay, now this language will be called as a object oriented language. So just remember, Java is also object oriented. Now the question comes as, how is the portability solved? C is non-portable, Java is portable. How is the portability solved? I'll tell you. The portability, it's like any normal user will have a JVM inside his machine, right? So that any code, any Java code, Java machine code, a developer from his desktop will use tools to write down the source code and compile it to the machine code, right? For now, think that this is just machine code, and which will be directly given to the computer and an input, and you'll get the output, this machine code. Now this machine code, what happens is that is posted on the internet or maybe on a floppy disk or a pen drive. Now this JVM will have to be there in the machine. Any common person, any normal person, any non-developer will have a JVM to run any source code which is in Java. Any source code which is in Java. Okay, any game which is in Java. Okay, so what's the difference between this source code which is written in English? What's the difference between this source code which is compiled? Any idea? See, I gave you a song which you can run in your tape recorder and listen to it. And I gave you a song written on a paper. What is the difference? No difference, guys. Today, you go to YouTube and listen to a song with the background music, everything. But if the same YouTube is giving you only the screen with lyrics, where you need to read it, right? You got the difference between two source code. So if this source code, which is actually written in English, sorry, I'm saying Hindi, if you get that, computer will not be able to run it. It will think that it's just a text file, right? And it will use a tool to open the text file. What is the tool name which we open the text file or doc file? Ujit?
Notepad.
Yes. So you need a tool also to open that notepad, right? Or notepad or doc, whichever. If you use this machine code, this same machine code, what do you need? You need something to open, right? Computer is written, that operating system is written in another language. And Java, you need JVM. So every person will have a JVM to open the Java source code in here, in their computer. But you as a developer will have JDK also. Okay, as a developer, you will also have a JDK. Now I'll tell you what is the difference between JVM and JDK. JVM is kind of a machine which is inside the computer, and it stays here. It will get to know what is the operating system, how much hard disk is there, what is the processor architectural version, 8085, 8086, i3, i5, I other thing. Now different other factors. Okay, now it will take the Java source code and it will actually take this as the input, Java source code. It will add some more things. This JVM will add some more things to the source code, and this source code will be given to the computer and then as an input, and then you'll get the output. Got it? What this JVM will do? This will directly, once it reaches your computer, you double click or need to run or any other thing. This JVM will take this as an input. Okay, it will work on it, add, subtract as per the operating system, as per the hard disk, as per the processor, and then gives the output to the computer with more things added. as per the operating. It is, if I give an example, right? Think that there are 5 people who wants to open business in a village. Okay, so they first send a person. This person stays in this village for maybe, just take an example, 6 months, 1 year, or 2 3 months. He will understand what is the what kind of people stay there, how skilled they are. They want to open a hotel. Okay, how skilled they are they people who can speak in English? Of course they are tourist, it's a tourist destination, so they have selected this village. And as an hotel they have selected one mountain. On that mountain they will buy that whole mountain. And how is the water supply there, how is the electricity supply there, everything. So that research it will be done by this research will be done by this person. So he will go there, stay there, and he will give his now anybody who is coming there to stay, he will give that information to them, right? He will get to know all the environment details about it. In the same way, JVM is first installed in your computer. It will understand the operating system. It will understand the hard disk. It will understand the processor. Then whichever is that thing is coming inside, it will add up with those, give the output, and then it gives the output to the computer, and then input as this file to the computer, and output is given. Okay, so the question of portability is that you convert seed from high level to low level directly as machine language. This is high level language, you convert it to low level language, this is given to the computer, and then you get the output, right? Clear? Yep, Pujit, are we
Yes.
clear on this?
Yes.
Let me take an eraser. Okay, so I'll repeat the things. What happens in C language? You directly take high level language, convert it to low level language. Okay, this high level to low level, and this is given as an input to the computer. You'll get the output. Now, what happens in Java is that you will take the high level language, which is written totally in English, and it will be converted to low level language. In between, there is an intermediary file, bytecode. We'll call it as a bytecode. This bytecode is actually shared on the internet or shared as a floppy disk or a pen drive. And this bytecode is actually given to the computer. Okay, JVM will act upon this bytecode, make it as a low level language, or ones and zeros, what you call, whatever you think it as a low level language. This is given to the computer, and then as an input you get the output. Now you got it, how this portability is solved?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how the portability is solved, that you get a intermediary file. This intermediary file is given to the JVM. So every person will have a JVM, okay, which will take this. If the JVM isn't there, no idea. If JVM isn't there, what will happen? You need a JVM which will take the input class and then compile it, give it to the computer, then you get the output. Okay, this is how the portability of portability factor is solved. And in other languages also this is the same thing, that you'll have a machine in the instance, some machine that is called as a Java virtual machine. Okay, Java virtual machine is first downloaded. Everybody will have it in their system, let it be their developer or not. Now every person will have a Java virtual machine in their system. You, as a developer, you need JDK. So as an assignment question, take it. Okay, I'll explain you. Your assignment question would be to install JDK and run a Hello World program. So please take this assignment question, paste it on the chat and the WhatsApp group. Okay, your assignment question is download JDK and make a Hello World program. Tomorrow, of course, we'll start with the same topic. So Java virtual machine is a virtual machine, a simple machine which will always stay in many of the computers, all the computers, let it be he's a developer or not, in that way. Okay. Now, what is JDK? JDK means it is a set of predefined program given to you free of cost. You're not paying anything. Okay. This JDK will be in your system. You will be using a tool to write something in English as a Java source code and then compile it. You'll click a button, okay, which will do practically. You'll click a button and it will be converted to ones and zeros, okay, and given as an input to the computer, you'll get the output. So this conversion tool is IntelliJ. IntelliJ, we will be using it. Okay. So there are other tools also, that is called Eclipse, ECLIP, There are many versions of Eclipse also. And IntelliJ, you have two versions, that is Community Edition and Enterprise Edition. Now in software, what happens is that if I take this section as an example, you will have one version of the software which is given to the public. Maybe they pay or don't pay depending upon open source and closed source. You will have one more version of software which is called as a beta, which is given to some developers so that they will use this in their laptop. They are passionate to use it and then give some feedback to the company and how is the product running. Okay, just like I have Windows 15 with me. What happens in Windows 15? No one has a Windows 15. Maybe only some 50 or 60 people in Hyderabad, in my locality under 10 kilometers, they have only Windows 15. Why did I, why will some person take it, test it and give it as a, give some details of, okay, this product is behaving in this way, please fix it. So what will happen is that company will give a beta version of the product to some people who are enthusiasts to actually test it from end to end, and this will, some points will be given, okay, this is not behaving in good way as it is required, it has some bug, it is crashing in this Windows, it is crashing in my Mac, my my operating system is Windows 10 with 500 GB, it is crashing here. So we'll take all these points. Whoever developer is working as a team, whole team, right, some 30 members who are working on this, I'm just taking an example on this product, on the beta version, they will fix those things, okay, and then they will release it in the market, saying that what happens if they don't give the beta version. Yep, Pujit, Shivani, what happens if they don't give the beta version to release it in the market to small number of people?
It'll take a longer time to know about the issues in the new.
Exactly, it's just like a bike. So some of the bikes are present in some of the showrooms only, okay, and it is not released to the people to buy. So they will come, these bikes are being tested by employees or maybe some biker enthusiast, they will give it to some journalist, they'll take some videos, they'll give the review, it is not published to the people. And this bike, before it comes into the market, they will be under the marketing, they will get the details, and some passionate bikers will buy it, some students will say they are waiting for Apache 321 version. When it comes and the college is open, I want that only, right? Now what happens is that suddenly they don't give it to any people. This small issues will be faced by the customer, and then the statement will go that this bike has this issue, this bike has an issue with its chain. In the same way with the software also, this is getting crashed on 500 GB and Windows 10. So no one will actually buy it, will go as a bad sentiment to the sales graph. That is the reason that's called as a beta. Okay, now why we were speaking as a beta? Because JDK currently it is a 15th version. JDK from 1 to 7 version and 8 till 8 to 15 versions are there. Okay, you will be working on the Java 8 currently in the market. Okay, you will be having Community Edition and Enterprise Edition of Eclipse as a tool. Community Edition is free of cost. You'll have little less features when you compare to Enterprise Edition. Enterprise Edition is of 1200 rupees. Don't buy this because we don't need it that much. You download the Community Edition of IntelliJ, and Eclipse also has Community Edition, many of the version, and Enterprise Edition. That's the reason I took an example of editions here. What is beta and other? What is community edition? It comes free of cost, little less features. Enterprise edition, you in your company, if you're working tomorrow as a developer, you will be using only enterprise edition. Okay. If you are caught, if you are working in a very big company or startup also, what will happen is that you shouldn't be using any community edition, because it's a free version. It's a rule that you cannot use a free version and make some software and sell it commercially. Okay, so that is the reason we need a community edition. And you have these assignments. Any doubts till now? Let me know. What are the things that was covered? If there is any doubt, we covered nearly like what is Java, how it started as a project, and in the demo I have given what is why it is called Java and why it is having a logo of coffee cup, and what is portability, or the roots concept, why it is there, Java history, and what is open source, closed source, and beta version, and what tool you need, and assignment questions as a hello world. Any doubts? Let me know. We have less than a minute. If still doubts are there, let me know. I'll raise a new link. Else, we'll call it a day.
We good.
Yep. Shivani, Santosh, Pujit, any doubts?
No, we good.
We are good, right?